Hey everybody, and welcome to the SoFi Daily Podcast. I'm your host, Ross Mack, bringing you the market news and headlines that you need to start your day. It's Thursday, August 3rd, so let's get right to it. U.S. stocks fell Wednesday after Fitch Ratings downgraded the United States long-term debt rating from AAA to AA+. Now, similar to how citizens have FICO scores, the U.S. also has a credit score that comes from 3 credit agencies. And one of the agencies, Fitch, cites the reasoning for the downgrade was due to expected fiscal deterioration over the next 3 years, an erosion of governance, and the growing general debt burden. Now, the White House, however, they disagree with Fitch's downgrade, stating that it defies reality to simply downgrade the United States. Now, on the earnings front, Yum Brands, the parent company of KFC, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut, reported mixed results, beating earnings estimate but falling short on revenue. KFC's same-store sales climbed 13%, fueled by the demand in China, while Pizza Hut and Taco Bell same-store sales disappointed at only 4% each. However, Yum Brands' digital sales increased nearly 30% in the quarter, accounting for nearly half of all orders. Now, on the economic front, mortgage demand from home buyers decreased for the third consecutive week as interest rates continue to rise. The average contract interest rate for a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage with conforming loan balances increased last week to 6.93% from 6.87%. Meanwhile, mortgage applications to purchase a home fell 3% last week compared to the previous week, as did applications to refinance a home loan. In company-specific news, Amazon is expanding its fresh grocery delivery service to non-prime members in select U.S. cities. Amazon is set on revamping its grocery strategy and is looking to make changes to better integrate fresh and whole foods, in addition to improving the online shopping experience. Now, on the whole, the Dow Jones Industrial fell 348 points, or 0.98%, while the S&P 500 lost 1.38%, and the NASDAQ Composite was down 2.17%. And now moving to the top 3 headlines that should be on your radar. First things first, Starbucks same-store sales increased 10% last quarter, yet falling short of analysts' expectations. However, the coffee chain's same-store sales in China did increase by 46%. Secondly, Meta Platforms has begun blocking news access in Canada following new legislation requiring tech companies to pay media organizations for posting their content. Canadian users will no longer have access to news on Instagram or Facebook. Let's actually see how long this lasts. And lastly, Hollywood writers and studios are ready to return to the negotiating table. The WGA's nearly 100-day strike has brought the production of many movies and shows to a screeching halt. We shall see if they could come to some form of a compromise. And finally, let's talk about what's about to happen today. The ISM Services PMI for July will be released. In June, this metric jumped to 53.9, implying the strongest growth in the services sector in 4 months. Investors can also expect reports for jobless claims, factory orders, and non-farm productivity. Now, in earnings news, it will be a jam-packed day with reports coming in from Amazon, Apple, Airbnb, and Booking Holdings. Now, Apple shareholders will be interested to hear about its plans to crack down on apps that collect data on users via device fingerprinting, as well as any new information on the recently announced Vision Pro, their mixed reality headset. And last but not least, we're breaking down your financial term of the day. Have you ever wondered what a dividend is? When a company shares their profits with investors, these are called dividends. Dividends are often paid in cash, although they can be paid in stocks. Some companies, for example, many blue chip firms, pay dividends, but not all companies actually do so. Ordinary dividends are taxed differently than qualified dividends, so you may want to consult with a tax professional if you own dividend-paying stocks. And that's all we have for you today. We'll see you back here tomorrow, and in the meantime, do not forget to check out the SoFi app. This communication from SoFi Wealth and Street Sheet is for informational purposes only. It is not intended to serve as a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold any security, and is not an offer of a sale of a security. Information contained within should not be perceived as a research report and is not intended to serve as a basis for any investment decision. Any third-party views reflected herein do not reflect the opinion of SoFi Wealth or its affiliates or the Street Sheet. All investments involve risk, and the past performance of a security does not guarantee future results or returns. There is always the potential for financial loss when investing in securities or other financial parts. Investors should consider their investment objectives and risks before investing.